Nexion on Pulse is taking off. This is something that we covered in a previous video. It's a new project that's over on Pulsechain that we're going to be talking about today. And when I say this thing is taking off, I mean that we covered this about a week and a half ago, and we were talking about how to get started, everything, and how to kick off with this project. And now it's been about, as you can see at the top, 14 days, so about 2 weeks, and it's doing really well. Now we're going to talk about exactly why it's doing well, my thoughts, and just some updates with the project. So welcome to the channel. My name is Crypto101, where my main mission is to help you to build your bags. Now we're talking about Nexion on Pulse. Oh, can't stop there. Hey, make sure that you smash that like button. If you have been watching the videos, you know that we're going to start kicking back off some more content. A lot of cool things coming for the channel. Some things that's going to help bring more people to the channel, as well as just crypto in general. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're watching at this point, and smash that like button for me. But getting back to the video, as you can see, we have Nexion here. This is a protocol that we have covered in the last video, and there's a lot of cool things that are going on here. But what I want to look at specifically, because everybody is going to be worried about the price, it's going to be the performance of Nexion. Now, as you can see, this is from day one, and the token went up in price. As with any new project, it's simply going to go up in price. Had a little bit of a sell-off and a dump here, and then as you can see, which I think is really interesting, and what I was predicting the other day, is that once these deflationary measures kick in, the buy and burns, the different things that this project has to put more pressure on the token to not be available, then this is going to continue to perform the way we want it to from a price perspective. So you can see now that the market cap is 135K. It's crazy. I looked at it the other day, and that's when I wanted to do my video. But unfortunately, I got summoned for jury duty, and that's not a very fun process, but we're not going to go into that. But as you can see here, the market cap's at 135K, which is meaning it is performing very well. The chart shows it as well. And I know some people are going to ask about this, a little bit of a dump off here, but with any new project, we're typically going to see some people take their profits earlier than later. And then we know that also there was a little bit of a dip too when it comes to the Pulse ecosystem in general. And now it's riding back up. And the same thing is happening for the Neon token, as we know that it is paired to the Pulse token. So with here we have the auctions. So the auctions are still going on. It's important to know. Some people were asking if after day 10 the auctions are completely done. No, the auctions are not, but the first 10 days were the best times to get into the auction, because what happens is after day 10 there's not going to be as much available supply to be auctioned off. So there's not going to be as much Neon that you're able to get from the auctions here, but you're still able to participate. As you can see, it tells you the daily supply of how much there is going to be, and then how much there has been deposited from a participant standpoint, and how many total participants, and all the stats that you need to know here. Everything else is running the way that it should be. The Hollow Vault here, I think this is honestly the best play personally for me, is to get the Neon. And the ways that you can get the Neon, once again, is through the auctions, or you can just buy it off of the market, and you're able to stake your Neon here, and you get rewarded in the incentive token as well as more Neon token. So not only are you getting Neon token back, you're also getting the incentive token, which we know is up, as well as all these tokens are going to pump together, which is a beautiful thing to see. You can see here we still got the buy and burn that is going on, and this is something that is very important to understand. You always want to see projects that have ways to eliminate token supply, and this is being done here with this auction. As you can see, 45% of the Pulse that is used in the auction. So as it says here, 45% used to buy and burn Neon tokens, removing tokens from circulation. And then 45% is stored in the Neon vault to be used for distribution after day 10. And that's exactly what we were saying earlier, is that after day 10, the Neon vault is what starts to provide the Neon tokens for the auction. And then we see that 45% is used to buy and burn, which is good, because that means that there's less Neon in circulation. And if that continues to be the case, which it will, because that's how the protocol is built, we're going to continue to see this price continue to perform well, because that means that there's going to be less in circulation and there's going to be more scarcity, which typically is going to lead to positive price action. So if we continue to see the price of Pulse go up, we will continue to see the price of Neon go up as well, and we will continue to see the tokens in circulation go down. Those are all beneficial things that we want to see with this project. Now, I personally was not able to get into the auctions. Once again, I've just had a lot of stuff going on recently and been trying to get the channel back up and running, not only from just the recordings perspective, but it's an equipment perspective as well. Of course, there's a lot of lighting and things like that. So my next video will be back to that great quality that we had before, meaning that we'll have the face videos, we'll have our audio and everything worked out. All of our editing and stuff is going to be back top tier, and we're going to get things kicked back off. But I definitely wanted to at least come back and give you guys an update on how this project is performing. I personally think that this is going to be a good project from a price action perspective, because they have so many things built in to help the price. And I think we're going to continue to see the crypto markets just perform in a positive way. We know that we have some political change that's coming, especially for the United States, with President Trump going back in office, and it seems that he's more so pro crypto than previous. And this looks like it's going to be a good time to just make sure that you have your blue chips, as well as have some of these plays such as Nexion that are going to perform from a exponential standpoint a little bit better than some of the blue chips, just because there's a lot more room, for example, for Nexion to grow in comparison to Bitcoin. I mean, we know that a Bitcoin can do a 2x, and that could be all that it does. But we know that Nexion could do 20x's, 200x's, and that's something that's definitely reasonable. So continue to build your bags when it comes to the blue chips. Make sure that you have your tokens that you think are going to perform well long term, mid-term, short term. Make sure that you have a good bit of those saved up. And I'm going to continue to cover these projects such as Nexion, that's going to allow us to not only build our blue chip bags, but build up some more bags of these projects that we think are going to perform well over the short to midterm and possibly long term. Now, we have more projects I'll be covering over the next couple of weeks. A lot are going to be on the Pulsechain, because I'm really interested in the things that are going on there. Seems to be a lot of cool things being built. And we're also going to dive into some chains that are not possibly covered as much as some of the other ones, just so we can make sure we're covering all of our bases, because we want to make sure that we're exposed to as much as possible in a positive way, so that we can try to build our bags as efficiently and as quickly as possible. Now, with that, make sure that you leave a like on the video, leave a comment as well. Let me know what you think about Nexion. Let me know what you think about its price performance over the last couple of weeks since I was able to cover it. Looks like it's doing really well. Is there any kind of questions or anything? Make sure that you leave those in the comment section below. A lot of more great content that's coming, some live videos, a lot of cool things I don't want to break the ice on yet. We have a lot of things coming for the channel, so make sure that you stay tuned. And as always, my main mission is to help you, as well as myself, to build our bags.